Welcome you all to the session of report writing. This is Dr. S. Pressila Daissy. Coming to the objectives, by the end of the session, you'll be able to present and analyze data in the proper format. You'll be able to describe problems and suggestions too. And you'll be able to record events and happenings and analyze a situation or a solution. You'll be able to give feedback, suggestions and recommendation, and by the end you'll also be knowing to write a report, a project report and other reports. Coming to introduction, a report can be defined to carry back the required information to the people required in the proper format. It is a piece of writing that aims at presenting in a clear and compact manner. It is usually prepared for some formal or official or for a specific purpose with a structure to suit the purpose. Based on the criteria, types, descriptions and examples, reports can be classified in various formats. Based on the function, it can be informative or analytical. Coming to an informative report, it presents the data without analysis or interpretation. The main format of writing this type of report is to give just the information. Conference reports, seminar reports and trip reports come under this category. Coming to the type of a report which is analytical, the name does mention that it is analytical in nature. So in this type of report, we present the data with analysis and interpretation. Project reports, feasibility reports, market research reports come under this category. Based on the criteria of periodicity, it can be classified into routine and special. So routine, we present report in the routine information. Example for these types of reports are daily production reports, monthly sales reports and annual reports. Based on the periodicity of special nature, the reports are presented with a specific information related to a single condition, situation, problem or occasion. And example for these types of reports are inquiry reports, research reports, thesis and dissertations. Based on the criteria of communicative form, the reports can either be oral or written. In an oral report, it is a face-to-face presentation of information where you report to a person. So accident reports, sales reports, joining reports and conference reports fall under this category. And coming to the type of written type of reports, we present the information in written form. So project reports, progress reports, research reports fall under this category. And based on the criteria of nature, scope and length, reports can be classified into formal and non-formal. So in a formal type of report, they are long reports with elaborate description and discussion. Annual reports, thesis, projects reports and project reports and technical reports fall under this category. Coming to the non-formal type of reports, we have short reports such as laboratory reports, daily production reports and trip reports. That is how, based on the function, periodicity and communicative form and nature and scope of length, these types of reports are prepared. Coming to the plan and structure of reports, how it should be written. So a report should have a title page or a cover page. Both are same. The difference lies in the thickness of the paper. We also have summary or abstract. We have acknowledgements, table of contents, purpose, work done, analysis or discussion on results, findings, conclusion, suggestions and recommendations, and appendices and annexure in a structure of a report. Coming to the title page, what should be there in a title page? So title of the report should be there with the author's name, ID number if necessary, then course name and the number, to whom to be submitted, department and university or college address should be there, and finally the date of submission. Coming to the abstract or the summary, it should give a brief overview of all the key features, what was done, how it was done, and the main outcomes of the work. An acknowledgement is always an expression of gratitude, and so it should be towards the people who have helped in carrying out the study and writing the report. So here I have shown the title page, the format for the title page. So the title of the project is given, report is given, and whom it is submitted to, and who submits a report with the date and the year. And the table of contents should have preface, acknowledgement, list of illustrations, and abstract. In the abstract, it should have introduction, methodology, discussion, conclusion, recommendation with appendices and references. In the list of illustration, it should have the tables and graphs, that is or charts, that is used for the report. Coming to the introduction of the report writing, it should have a background to the topic, and it is a statement regarding the purpose of the topic. It tells about the technical background necessary to understand the report, and it is a brief outline of its structure. Coming to the method. In methods, you should list out the list of equipment and material used, procedures followed, the sources of material used, necessary preparations made, problems encountered, and it should also talk about the aim and purpose, terms of reference, work done, findings, suggestions or recommendations, note of dissent, and conclusion. Discussion of results. Discussion of results should be a summary of the result of the investigation, experiment or study, along with supporting diagrams, graphs, and table. All the data and tool used should be shared in this discussion session. Coming to the language and style, it should be in a straightforward manner, and it should be easy to understand. So you should always adapt a formal style of writing. Coming to the conclusion part, it should be a statement specifying whether the purpose of study has been met. It should report the key finding or the significance of the finding and the major outcomes of the research. It should be brief and to the point. It should also evaluate the usefulness of the finding, and it should lead for the other scope for further research. References. In the section of references, the list of all the sources like books, journals, website or database which you have used should be suggested. You should use proper formatting as required and suggested by different forums. Either few styles like MLA or APA, which is adoptable, can be used for the documenting purposes. Appendices and annexure. In the appendices and annexure session, appendices or supplementary document that are attached at the end of a writing. It is the extension of the document which cannot be included in the main document. And annexure is something attached as a document to a report. That is, for example, it can be a legal document. So you can also add additional tables, questionnaires, etc. In this session of appendices and annexure. Here I have given you a sample report for you to work out on. Just go through it and you can work out on a sample report. Okay, let's see the sample report. So it's a brief from a minister to his official. They have given the problem statement, which demonstrates that the minister wants to know the current progress of the rural water supply program, which was started in the year 2010. Since the project is not yet completed, the minister asked to submit a interim report. So this kind of report falls under the category of interim report. So we should know what is an interim report. An interim report is a report submitted before the completion of a project. It informs the concerned authority about work completed, work in progress, delays, future plans. This type of report does not give a final outcome because the project is still ongoing. Okay, so what should be there in a report, or how an interim report should be written? It should have the overview of the project. What should be given in the overview? So you can write what the project is, why it was started, and where it is being implemented. So these can be given in the project overview. Next, the aims and the objectives. What should be given in the aims and objectives? You can ask what does the project want to achieve and what are its goals. You can also give examples like providing safety drinking water, improve the quality of life, ensure regular water supply, like that. Coming to the plan of action. So the plan of action tells how the project will be carried out. So you can give examples like that you have conducted land survey, you have acquired land for the project, you have laid pipelines, like that. Okay, yes. Coming to the progress to date and revised targets. So what can be given in this category? So it should explain what work has already been completed and what is currently happening. And coming to the reason for delay, shortfall, if any, you can give the reasons why the project had delayed, what problem occurred. Might be sometimes due to heavy rainfall you have stopped the work, or because of lack of funds, or you might have some difficulty in acquiring land, and sometimes environmental clearance. So this might be the reasons. Okay, so all these things can be shortlisted in the reason for delay and the shortfall. So here is the report. So the first session, it is a title page which has from the person who is sending the report and to whom it is submitted to, again the date when it is submitted, and it also denotes the subject. So what is the subject for that and what is the current status. Okay, and it gives a project brief. So what it happened. Okay, what happened. So in the project brief, it tells about when was the project started, like 12th May 2010, and it describes, okay, so what happened. It supplies drinking water to 13 tribal villages, and again they lacked reliable water sources, all these things. Okay, the expected completion date of the project would be 2014. So all these things had been explained in the project brief. And coming to the aims and objectives. So coming to the aims, it tells about why this project should be carried out. So it gives 2 points: to provide a reliable source of drinking water to the outlying Adivasi villages, as well as to establish new distribution of points along the path to the villages to encourage new distribution of water. And coming to the plan of actions. So coming to the plan of action, it lists the planned activities, like that you have conducted surveys, and you have acquired the land, and you have constructed water mains, and all with dates mentioned over there for the clarity. And again, progress to date and revised targets. What are the progress up to date you have done. Okay, so what land surveys for all 13 villages were completed, that is the one progress, and land land acquisition and construction have begun, and construction of water mains. So these are the progress. Okay, yes, so that has been given in the progress to date and revised targets. And in reason for delay, you just give a reason why the process had been stopped or slowed down. Okay, so reason for delay: villages or remote in remote forest areas, construction, transportation also plays a vital role for the delay, and with environmental regulations, protection of flora and fauna. And so the construction, the progress was on a delay, so that has to be given for reason for delay. So that this is how you have to write a report. Thank you all.